It's Joe Rowe here, and our new album, Death by Admiration, is out now on the East Coast, and it will be out in about, see, what time is it? So it'll be out in about 45 minutes Central Time, and then not too long after that on West Coast time. So we we're I don't even have words, man. We're just excited. A lot of hard work went into this. Big shout out to Weston and to Blaze. Um, Big shout out to Ken. Big shout out to our producer Kellen McGregor. Killed it on this record. Shout out to Brad Blackwood at Euphonic Masters for doing an amazing job mastering it. Blaze and Weston co-produced this whole album, man, and I just couldn't be more proud of these dudes. So big shout out to them. What's up, Jeremy? What's up, Jose, Brittany, Brandy? How you doing, Brian, Tim? All of you guys, man. Thank y'all for joining us. Make sure that you stream this record. Help us in this first week. Make a statement. Stream it. Post about it, and help us get the word out. We just announced a tour today, the Death by Admiration tour, which will be leaving at the end of April and be go through May, and that is Seventh Day Slumber, Decipher Down, Spoken, and Amongst the Giants, and Decipher Down and Spoken all have new music coming out. So that's pretty awesome. It's gonna be a crazy tour. So we just announced that tour today just to celebrate the Death by Admiration album. That's a full album. By the way, guys, some people have said, "Is that an EP, or what's the deal? I only saw one song." Well, it's because the one song was the title track to the album. So I'm sorry about the confusion, but we released the title track to the album, and the title track is obviously "Death by Admiration" featuring the Word Alive. And so Telly Smith, the lead singer of the Word Alive, actually co-wrote the song with us and featured in the song, and so that was an amazing experience to sit and write. We wrote a couple of songs, actually a song on this record called "Light the Way." Blaze and I and Telly all wrote that song as well together. Big Weston, what's up?
I tried to slide him in the frame, but I was nowhere near close enough. So.
Dude, it's because you're looking at the wrong camera, home dog.
I got it all mixed up.
Cool. Brittany, what's up? Says Lubbock's in the house. Yeah, where's everybody from? Because you may not have the album yet. If you're in Lubbock, you don't have the album for 45 more minutes. Actually, if you pre-ordered the album, which I know you guys did, Brittany, so you have the album already. By the way, yeah, so there's a limited order. I mean, a limited order. There's a limited amount of pre-orders left. And so a pre-order basically looks like this. I'm going to drop everything, but there's this lyric book. There's the lyric book, and it's got all the lyrics and some cool poster pictures and stuff like that. You get a lyric book, you get a sticker. Everything's upside down. You get a cool Death by Admiration sticker. You get a cool Death by Admiration bandana. And some of y'all are like, dude, you should have kept that up over your face. Death by Admiration bandana. Obviously, the Death by Admiration CD. Yes, compact disc. That's what that stands for. Victoria, Texas in the house. What's up? And then you get a t-shirt or a hoodie, right? Death by Admiration t-shirt and hoodie. So all of that is the pre-order package, right? So we have a limited amount left. There are some sizes that are out. So you'll have to go to the link that we've posted on this post. and just click on that link, and then you'll see that there's a Shopify logo. I think it's the one at the very top. And then you'll see Spotify, Apple, all the Amazon and all the other stuff. But you can only buy it at the Shopify link for a physical copy. You can obviously buy the digital copy on iTunes or stream it on Apple Music or Spotify or Deezer or whatever your Pandora, Google, whatever you're into. I don't know. All if you click on that one link, all of the streaming platforms are there. Hey, what's up, Kyle? Grace, how you doing? Tim, how you doing? Elaine, what's up? Yeah, Johnny, Wichita, Kansas in the house. Very cool. Miggy, can't you see? Yeah, actually, you guys need to listen to track number. It's track number 6. It's called Snake Mouth, featuring Miggy, who's on here right now. Miggy from the band Relent. Somebody, I don't know if Miggy, I was going to try to get Miggy on here, but I'll schedule one where we can all hang out for you guys. Yeah, so the Shopify link is also in the comments, depending on where you're watching from. Some of you are watching from YouTube. Some of you are watching from Facebook. Some of you are watching from Periscope. Some of you are watching from Seventh Day Slumbers Facebook page. Some of you are watching from one of my 2 pages or the Rockfest Records page. But we're gonna do something real cool for you guys. Oh, by the way, let me finish saying this. So that whole package with all that stuff, the T-shirt, the bandana, the CD, the limited edition lyric book, a sticker, yeah, all of that while supplies last. That's all I can say because I don't know how many. We've almost sold completely out, which is a good problem to have, by the way. Thank you to all of you for your support in like pre-ordering this album, the physical copy. Like you guys have really, some of you don't even have CD players and you still showed love and ordered it. And that means a lot to us. I have a huge announcement in a minute for those of you that, well, actually, hold on. So, but tonight, I'm going to do something. And actually, as we speak, one of our team members is updating the Shopify, not Spotify, updating Shopify. So tonight, I believe it's $9.99. You'll get all 3 of these things. So tonight, for $9.99, you're going to get the CD, a signed lyric book, and a sticker for $9.99. And so while supplies last, because like I said, we're selling out quick. People are sending me messages. Let me see. Cool. So we got band members that are hopping on in the comment section. I'm not sure which page they're going to be on. Maybe it's the Seventh Day Slumber comment section that they're going to be on. So if I'm seeing something on here, it may be from a different page, and you may not be, like I see Blaze on here already. Let me put him on the screen. I'm going to put all the comments right there on that side. So Blaze is on here, but I'm not sure what page he's on. So anyway, make sure you're talking to the band members, saying what's up. We got Weston over here. Weston and the His Nizzy. How do you feel now that all your hard work, Weston, is finally out for the world? At least on the East Coast, it's out.
Excited. Very, very excited.
Do you have a favorite song on this album that you can tell people about? Maybe they want to go listen to it?
I think it's a 3-way tie between the title track, Death by Admiration, the song Fatal Love, and the song Halos.
So, Death by Admiration, Fatal Love, and Halos.
Death by Admiration, that one's a little sentimental because it was the first song I attempted to write for Seventh Day, and it's a lot of fun. That one's a lot. I love all the melodies in it. I think you guys killed it on the vocals and it's it was so perfect. Fatal Love as a riff, it's probably my favorite riff on the album. It's the most fun guitar. It has the most fun guitar moments on the album, I think. And so as a guitar player, I really like that. And Halo's because it's more personal, and I like that song was like I feel a lot more emotionally attached to that one. So those three all for different. I love every song, but if I had to single out, I've thought about this a lot. So I've narrowed it down. Close. What I Become is really close. Some Things Never Change is up there. I love them all.
Man, I gotta be honest. I love this record so much. Andrew says, I am listening to it on Spotify in Texas at 11:22. I'm ahead of the curve. Ooh, don't get cocky. Don't you get cocky over there. I'm gonna put these comments where I can see them up here. All right.
I think Blaze and Ken are on the SDS.
Okay, so Blaze and Ken are both on the Seventh Day Slumber Facebook page.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, and I'm seeing their comments.
Yeah. Listen, if you, some of you won't be able to check Spotify while you're watching us, but those of you that are able to check Spotify or Apple Music, I think Spotify usually gets it a little earlier than Apple Music, but I'm not sure, or Google Play or whatever. Go check it and tell me if it's out now. Even like in Texas, like Andrew was listening to it. He's in Texas. Also, if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, all of you that are watching right now, if you would also tell me, I know a lot of you still listen to CDs and then some of you don't. Can you please in the comments tell me what your favorite digital or what your main digital streaming platform is, whether it's Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, whatever it is. Can you please in the comments tell me what your favorite digital streaming platform is that you use at least once a week, twice a week? Hey, what's up, Gaston? I hope y'all's show went good tonight. Relents on here. Big shout out. Are there any other bands on here on the chat? We're celebrating this is like our little release party. I got me some coffee. This coffee is, I forgot the name brand of this coffee, but it's actually really, really good. Normally I drink Bustelo or Joe's coffee. Anybody like Joe's coffee? But Bustelo is awesome. This one, I don't know what coffee this is, but it's good. Thank you guys, man. Thank you, everybody saying congratulations on the album. Cool. So we got Apple Music, Spotify. Sherry says she doesn't use streaming platforms. Adam says YouTube and Pandora. You know what? This is a little known fact. YouTube is the number one place for people to listen to music in the world. It is not Spotify. A lot of people don't know that. It is YouTube. Not the number one most streamed place to listen to music. That would be Spotify. But to listen to music, whether it be videos or listening, YouTube is the number one platform for music listeners. Crazy. I did not know that until, a few months back. YouTube. Okay, here you go. YouTube, Spotify, and YouTube. Spotify. LimeWire. Robbie. You just told us how old you were. Well, let's see what Robbie looks like.
Avion Groove Shark.
I gotta see what Robbie looks like if he's old enough to know. Oh yeah. Robbie knows. Okay.
Oh, man. Yeah, LimeWire, Groove Shark, and all those.
Oh yeah, that was old school. Remember when Lars from the band Metallica sued sued Napster.
Yeah.
And everybody hated him for it. Now they're all like, I mean, we told people for so long. How many of you remember when we were telling y'all, don't be listening to our music on Spotify. Don't be listening to our music. Boy, did it pass us by, because we could have had a ton more monthly listeners. I mean, we're not doing bad. Don't get me wrong. iTunes, buy on my iPod, regular YouTube Music. Allison, they still make iPod. They still make iPods.
I do not know.
Really? Elaine Verdine says YouTube. I mean, YouTube, dude, it's crazy, right? Nathan Rhodes, I remember seeing you guys a while ago in Arizona. Ever since then, I've been hooked for years. Dude, that's awesome. Carl says, hey, what's up, Carl? Says, been wearing that new CD out. Otherwise, I stream everything HD through Amazon Music. Hey, that's awesome, Carl. Then you can check on something for me because they say stream HD. Does that mean like a video? I've never seen it, but I know our music's obviously on there. Do they have our lyric video up there? Can you like watch our lyric video? Since it's on Vivo, I know it's on Apple, on iTunes, and all that kind of stuff where you can like buy the video or stream it or watch it or whatever. But I didn't know if it plays on Amazon Music. But I want you guys to do me a favor and help us out. We want to make a statement this week. The single "Death by Admiration" has only been out 2 weeks, and it's already at over 100,000 streams on Spotify alone. Another probably 50, 60,000 on Pandora. I don't know how much on YouTube or Apple Music or Deezer or Amazon, but it's probably a quarter of a million streams. The Death by Admiration single in just 2 weeks. And we know that you guys, it's because of your support. I mean, seriously, you guys have loved on us and supported this band for years. And I know that you know this, but in case you don't, we love you, man. We love you and we care about you. And we don't just care about you as music lovers or music fans or fans of the band. We seriously love you guys, care about your well-being, what happens to you. And I think a lot of you guys know that, but for those of you that don't, we actually care about the people that listen to our music. And so when you guys show us the love that you guys do, it's a way that love is the word reciprocated back. Dude, I don't know, man, if I got that word right. Reciprocated. Is that it? Dude. I think it's reciprocated. Anyway, I'm hung up on a word. I'm hung up on... Huh?
Participated.
Constipated? Oh.
Dilapidated.
Oh, dilapidated.
Yes.
All right. Reciprocated. Thank you guys for reciprocating that love back. Thank you, Brandy. Brandy's in the house. What's up, Shane Bibby? Did we see new release today on here? Oh man, look, I'm gonna pop new release today up here. New release today. I gotta say, man, new release today from back in the day when it was called New Release Tuesday. Anybody remember that? Dude, they have been showing love to this band when we were just nobodies. I mean, not hardly anybody knew who we were, and we had just gotten signed to Tooth and Nail and or BEC, and so New Release Tuesday would do interviews with us, show us love, man, and help get the word out. And now it's New Release Today, and has been for years, but they're still showing love to us, man. So make sure you go check out the playlist on Spotify, and I believe they have one on Apple. Yeah, it says playlist on Apple Music and Spotify. Yep. I saw that, by the way, so I don't know who's posting this, if it's Kevin or who it is over at New Release Today, but thank you for the love, man. We appreciate it. And I was on Apple, and I was, bands be creeping, man. We be creeping, dude. And I was on there to see what playlists that we had been added to on Apple Music, and we got added to some really cool playlists, and I was like, man, this is awesome. And then boom, I saw that we were added to the New Release Today playlist, and dude, that means a lot to us. So y'all make sure y'all check out that new release today playlist on Apple Music or Spotify. Also, there's another really cool playlist that's out, and that is the Seventh Day Slumber workout playlist. As y'all know, I've been on this health journey, and God has been really giving me the strength to, you know, to say no to stuff that, you know, that wasn't good for me, and change all my eating habits and everything like that. And so I made this playlist, but not for me because I don't like listening to our own music. Well, Death by Admiration, I love that. And I love our worship album, Unseen, as well, Lion and the Lamb. If you need to check that out as well. But I made this playlist for you guys. It'd just be really weird if I'm just sitting around listening to my own music on my own playlist. But it's on Spotify, and it's a workout playlist. It's also on YouTube, but with videos. Will you be in Cincinnati, Ohio? Yes, we're coming to Cincinnati, Ohio probably on the new tour that we just announced, which is the Death by Admiration tour in celebration of our new album, out right now for many of you. Some of you, it's still got another hour or two to wait, but for many of you, Death by Admiration is out now. And I want to know what your favorite songs on the album are. Some of you have had it for weeks, actually, and some of you have had it for days. We hopefully got everybody their albums before they actually came out. But tonight, and so the tour is called the Death by Admiration Tour, Seventh Day Slumber, Decipher Down, Spoken, and Amongst the Giants, who's actually working on their brand new EP right now, with Kellen McGregor of Memphis Mayfire. He's producing it. It is, I heard there's 6 songs being done, and at least that I heard, and it's nuts. It is nuts. So make sure you're following Amongst the Giants. And also Relent is on here. Make sure you check out Snake Mouth featuring Miggy, of the band Relent, and he kills it on track number 6 of the Death by Admiration album. So make sure you're following Relent as well. I know they're probably about to get a big bump on their Spotify since their name is tagged, and so all of our fans will see their name on there, and hopefully it'll give Relent a big bump on your Spotify. Anyway, so for $9.99 tonight, you get all 3 of these: a limited edition lyric book, the CD, and a sticker. $9.99, and the link is in the comments, and it's also on this post. But we also have another huge announcement. We have never before ever released vinyl. Okay? Never. That's never happened. And we've got 13 or so albums out. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how many albums we have out. Somebody can count them for me if they want. But I think it's about 13. It may be 14 and it may be 12. But I think that I want to say it's 13. And I think I said 13 last time our last album came out. And I may have been wrong. I don't know. And it is what it is. We've been around a long time. It makes me feel old. But anyway, I'm focusing on the new album. But we've never released vinyl ever. And we're going to release a limited edition vinyl album of Death by Admiration with 2 tracks that are not on the album. And they won't be released to Spotify or the digital streaming platform, at least for months after the vinyl comes out. So the only people that will be able to hear those 2 songs are people that have a record player, or, you know, you get the vinyl. But it's going to be a pretty rad situation. So it'll be 2 brand new songs that they're not even mastered yet. So they'll have to get mastered, and I'll have to actually sing the songs. Weston's been writing like a madman, so he's already got like 2 or 3 songs, probably more than that. But we'll just have to pick which songs we want to go on the record, and then we'll do that. And so Yeah, so I'll be announcing how you can purchase that vinyl soon. Um, but we're really really excited about that. Um, yeah. Hey, also something else that I want to do real quick while we're hanging out. The post right under the one that you're on right now, you'll see a picture of our album cover. Okay, you're gonna see this picture, and it'll say "out now," right? And then there's a link for you to be able to like click on it, and it has all of our links on it. So Spotify and Shopify and Apple and all the other links. So remember the post that we just posted right before I went live. I want you to share that post, and I'm gonna pick 5 winners on that post, and those 5 winners are going to get something really awesome. Okay, our new shirts. We haven't even got our shipment in of new shirts. Okay, but the new shirts. One is let me see if I can try to pull them up. But you can pick one of the 2 new shirts, and I'm gonna pick 5 winners. So this is one, and it's gonna be hard to see. Wow, I cannot get this thing to focus. There you go. It says, "What a beautiful name it is, the name of Jesus." And then it says, "You have no rival, you have no equal." I know that's right. Can I get an amen? He has no rival, he has no equal. Um, this is the other one. Someone said it was too gory. Um, and it says Seventh Day Slumber, Death by Admiration. And so that may be a little bit gory to some people. I don't see how. There's no blood on or anything. It's just 2 skeletons, one holding the other one in kind of an embrace. But Death by Admiration, what that means, people have asked what the title means, and a lot of you already know, but for those of you that don't know what the title means, it's just about suffering from hiding all of your pain, suffering from hiding all of your mistakes and your failures, um, hiding the things that you're ashamed of because people look up to you, people um, admire you, and you don't want to let them down. It's not that you're trying to be fake necessarily. It's just that you're afraid to let them down. I lived that, especially when I was struggling years ago with alcohol, and no one really knew how bad I was struggling. I was the lead singer of a Christian band struggling with an alcohol addiction, and and I was hurting, but I was so scared to let anybody down that I didn't talk about it. I didn't even want to tell my pastors, people that I trust, right? That I knew weren't gonna hate on me or turn their back on me, and I still kept it to myself, and I almost drank myself to death. Um, and I'm not trying to make this a somber moment. It's a celebration, you know. First of all, I'm free of alcohol, and it's been years. But second of all, you know, my family has me back. My wife Lori of 22 years, had to see me go through that, and also that I hurt her. And that's, you'll hear the only slow song on this album is about that. The only slow song on this album is called "I Can't Say Sorry Enough," and that's to my wife Lori. And I would encourage you guys to check it out tonight to get a kind of a better understanding of how much I felt like I let her down. Um, but she stuck with me through it all, and she's my best friend in the whole entire world. And so, Yeah, I love you, Lori. And also my kids, man, they prayed me through it. They prayed me through it. I hated they ever had to see me like that. But death by admiration um, is it's about like hiding those things, and it is hypocritical. I'll say that, but at the same time, sometimes it's not that you want to lie to someone. You just are afraid of losing them. And that song says, "I don't want to lie to you, but it's all I do, and I'm so afraid of losing you." Um, afraid to be with me, myself, and I sometimes get lost in the chaos of my mind. I don't want to lie to you, but it's all I do, and I'm so afraid of losing you. And so, um, yeah, death by admiration. And so you slowly kill yourself because people admire you and you don't want to let them down. So that's what that's about. And then, so when you see a picture where there's a skull holding, an embrace, and then there's, it looks cryptic and whatever else, there's a meaning behind it. I've had some people just say, man, you guys, yeah, that you guys, man, you've strayed so far from being a Christian band. And I'm like, dude, we're unapologetically Christian. I don't apologize to anybody for loving Jesus, and I don't apologize to anybody for my faith, and I won't. And but at the same time, we don't try to write overtly Christian songs. Like we don't sit down and go, okay, hey Weston, what's a Christian song we can write? We don't do that. I've said it many, many times on here. We don't write Christian songs or secular songs. We're an unapologetically Christian band. We just write songs from our heart, and we write songs about things that you guys are going through, things that we've been through, and we just believe we believe if art is really truly from the inside, like it's true art comes from here, then if Jesus isn't in there, it's not going to come out in your music. And so I don't have to try to write a song that gives hope or a song that paints Christ as the answer to brokenness, and it's just there because I've seen him change my own life. We've all been through really tough struggles, some, and we still go through those struggles. And so just, sometimes feels like you just overcome this one thing, and then now you're dealing with this, and that's why we all need each other, right? That's why we love you guys, and we need you guys, man. You guys have encouraged us so much. You guys have encouraged us more than you will ever know. Seriously. You've supported the record label Rockfest Records. I did that and didn't know how that was going to turn out, and I didn't do it. I mean, I have a partner, Jenna Sherman. So, man, I got to give a big shout out to Jenna. She's my partner. Obviously, my wife and I were one. But the team here, all these guys in Seventh Day Slumber have pitched in. Kristen, our sound engineer, she works for the label and has pitched in. A friend of ours, Jen Lamaris, has done so much with the label, and we love her, and we thank her for all the hard work she's put in. And this has just been a lot of people, but you guys have supported all of these bands that we've signed, and we love these bands. We believe in these bands, even the ones that aren't on Rockfest anymore. We hope the best for them, and we want the best for them. And if they're out there preaching Jesus, man, and they're out there showing the love, more so showing it in their actions. If they're out there showing the love of Christ, then man, that's what's up, dude. So I just wanted to thank y'all, man. I'm just, dude, just super excited about this album, but I also wanted to make sure I took some time to let you guys know where we're coming from, where we're coming from. And it's crazy because this is the record that I probably shouldn't say this because it's gonna put me down, but this is the record that I did the least writing on, and it's our best record to date. So Weston wrote just about all of the guitar. I think Jeremy wrote one song on there called "Solemn Oath." So big shout out to Jeremy Holderfield. Jeremy also engineered the session with Telly, Blaze, and I on "Light the Way" and "Death by Admiration." So big shout out to Jeremy Holderfield for engineering that. And piecing it together for us to go to Kellen, but Blaze wrote, so Weston wrote 90% of the guitars, Blaze wrote 70% of the melodies, and then Blaze and I wrote all the lyrics to the record, but these Blaze and Weston, man, along with Kellen McGregor, they're the ones that I gotta, me and Ken, we do our part, but I gotta give a shout out to Weston and Blaze and Kellen for this, man, and give credit where credit's due. Me and Ken are just happy to be able to go out here and perform these songs. Obviously, I gotta write the lyrics, or at least I wrote them with Blaze, but because that's, I had to get some stuff off my chest, but Weston came up with concepts, and Blaze and Weston came up with the breakdowns during practice, right?
Yeah, I think over half this album just comes from soundcheck, Blaze and I jamming.
Like, what was that like? I mean, what did y'all? How was that process?
It would usually,
like, after y'all set up the stuff, y'all were just.
A good example is Fatal Love. I was during soundcheck. I picked up a guitar and I started playing that riff. Blaze goes, "That sounds cool." And then everybody after soundcheck, that's usually when everybody takes a break, and Blaze we're just like, let's see if this turns anything. And we wrote Fatal Love in like one shot, and like that song happened. Correct me if I'm wrong, Blaze. Like that song was quick. And then the demo of that song, basically, what our first playthrough of it is almost identical, very, very similar to how it became on the album. I think that song was like that. Some Things Never Change was one of those songs. There's another one. Light the Way, that was a song like that. What I've Become, that was a song like that. About half the album is just Blaze and I jamming during soundcheck, and then me demoing them out English.
Yeah.
And
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, this record just means a lot. I mean, I don't have words for it. Seriously, when I started hearing the guitar coming in, because it was just supposed to be an EP, but it ended up turning into a full-length album, which for some of you in 10 minutes, you'll be able to start listening to it. Some of you have been listening to it already because you pre-ordered it already. Like weeks ago, and I sent you a digital copy a month ago, and then some of you are on the East Coast, so you got that. But 10 more minutes. But it was supposed to be an EP, and turned out, like, once I started here, I just got the hiccups. Once I started hearing the guitar parts and stuff like that, and the breakdowns that these guys were doing, I was like, oh man, we can't just do an EP. We can't, because we have another whole rock worship album that's in the can. I just haven't sang it yet. It's already recorded. Jeremy Holderfield's producing that, and so it's already a whole nother like unseen part 2 with 10 songs and like 3 originals for that. But we knew that the Seventh Day Slumber Familia was one in rock, and they love our worship stuff too, but they were like, Seventh Day Slumber, man, you guys need to get back to the rock. And so we did. And I was like, man, we got to do a whole album, Weston. What do you think? Our timeline is slim.
Yeah, we had I forget what song.
Well, because we already told Capitol that we were only going to do an EP.
Yeah.
And so Capitol, even though we're on our own label on Rockfest, we have to answer still to Capitol Universal. We're distributed by the majors. We're distributed by Capitol and Universal. So we'd already told them it was going to be an EP, and we'd have it turned in like another week or another couple weeks.
Yeah, it was only like 5 or 6 songs, and it's like, hey, let's make this an album. And we I think Death by Admiration was added on. I think trying to remember which ones were originally on there. But Sorry Enough was added on. Halos was done at the last second. That song was a last second song, and it's one of my favorites. Funny enough, that one was just we need another song. Blaze and I talked through. We were on the bus. I forget where we were. We were doing those 2 festivals. I forget where it was. But
Uprise, I think.
Yeah, we was just after Uprise, and we need another song, and we had a guitar in the bus lounge, and I had the intro riff, basically a very rough version of it. We talked how we wanted the song to feel. Then I flew home, I demoed it out, and that was the vibe we were going for. That song was a lot of fun. Also, a note about Fatal Love and how that song was not a song that happened in 10 minutes. I'll think of something else. That song was frustrating that day because we kept getting interrupted during sound check. We would make a riff, and then someone would come up and talk to us. I think because Blaze said something that reminded me of it. That wasn't a quick one. That one took a second, but we kept getting interrupted. I remember that.
Yeah. I mean, but a lot of the songs did have to be done quick, and it was like, man, I couldn't believe how the quality stuff that was coming, and I was like, man, this is it, and it was, it didn't sound rushed, but I called, or I sent a message, an email to Capitol, and I just said, hey, listen, we want to do a full-length album, and they're like, you already have a worship album that is supposed to come out, you've already kind of talked about your worship album, and I'm like, honestly, I think the fans want a full album, and I believe our fans will support it. Like they still will buy the CD, even those that don't listen to CDs. And I said, I told Capitol I really wanted to do a full length album. They were like, look, man, we support you. If that's what you guys want to do. So big shout out to Capitol and UMG for supporting us and letting us make that switcheroo on them. But anyway, so we have the worship album sitting there ready for me to sing, and we just put it on hold, and we went ahead and finished up this album. We had to push it back, but it wasn't pushed back that long, and we got it out. Blaze says, fun fact, the music in the chorus of Halos was from a different, way heavier song that Weston and I wrote a couple of years ago. The first song we ever wrote together, actually.
Yes. That song.
When you say way heavier, what does he mean by
in metalcore you have the machine gun kick drum stuff like that. It was the first time. Like
industrial metal heavy?
No, it's just has some crazy heavy moments in it. I remember that was the first time Blaze and I ever wrote a song together. We were I don't know what we were doing. We were rehearsing something upstairs, and we started playing, and that song came out. Yeah, we recycled the chorus from that song. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, I ought to upload that and let people hear that.
Dude, really we ought to. By the way, big shout out to my son Caden and my son Sage. I just saw Caden on here a minute ago. Thank you, son. He said congratulations. Congratulations on your new album, 7th. Hey, thank you, David. I appreciate it. I still listen to CDs and have a Walkman. They've been remaking them and selling them at stores. Really? Oh, wow. That's awesome. Hey, listen, CDs are coming back. Matter of fact, you better get yours now, because while supplies last, we only ordered a limited amount of these limited edition lyric books, which some of you may be wondering what they look like inside. It's just basically you got a picture of a bunch of handsome models right there, modeling off some leather jackets, and then all the lyrics there. Yeah, more lyrics. Then it's us being handsome again for you, and then some roses. Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, we should have probably signed like this or that. I don't know. We just signed the front of it. But anyway, so for $9.99, you get a CD, sticker, and the lyric book, the limited edition signed lyric book for $9.99. I don't know how many more we have. I think we only have 100 left. we sold out of almost everything. So yeah, like I said, we only have about 100 left. And then we have like if there's I don't know how many pre-order bundles we have left, but here's what you get with a pre-order bundle while supplies last. Some sizes are already sold out. You get a Death by Admiration T-shirt, which you guys have probably been seeing them online everywhere. People posting them. Shout out to all those that are posting them. You get the Death by Admiration T-shirt, the Death by Admiration CD, lyric book sticker, and you get the cool Death by Admiration bandana, which is it's not gonna it may come upside down when you get it. Who knows? Yeah. So and yeah, the record in 2 minutes will be out for most of you. Some of you have already had it out. Oh yeah, here's what I was saying. This was like 20 minutes ago when I was saying this. I gotta say this. The post right before this live, I posted a picture of our album cover and it says out now and it has a link. If you share that today or when we get off of this live, tomorrow I'm going to go through and I can see all the people that shared it and I'm going to pick 5 winners and I'm going to give you a choice between one of our 2 new shirts, which the shipment comes in next week, Monday or Tuesday, sometime next week. And so I'm going to pick 5 people to get that shirt. If you share it, if you repost it on Instagram and you have it posted on Facebook, then I'll throw something special in there. I don't know what yet. I'll have to go in my garage and dig around. I have a ton of stuff in my garage, but 5 people are going to get something really, really cool, but you got to share, the post right before this that has our album cover. Share it, or you can post the album cover and tag us. Okay, that's another way to do it. Save the album cover, tag us, make it your profile, and you get extra brownie points. Okay? But one more minute, the album's out. Okay? Nathan Rhodes said repost it on IG and Facebook. Okay. Nathan, I may just have to give you something anyway. Hey, Lori, can you write the name Nathan Rhodes down? I'm just gonna give Nathan. This won't take away from the 5 of you that are gonna win, because I feel anybody that knows me knows I want to give everybody chances to win, right? So I don't like some people get real janky, man. They're like, oh, we're only gonna pick 1 winner. Really? Out of all these people that are watching you, you're only gonna pick 1 winner? That ain't cool. And then you're just giving them a shirt? Nah, dude, we're going to pick 5 winners, and I'm going to hook you guys up with a shirt, and then I'll throw some extra stuff in there for you too. But make sure that you post this on Instagram as well, if you can. If you can't, that's okay. Then just post it on there. But Nathan Rhodes is going to get one of the new T-shirts. Nathan, if you're still on here, tell me which T-shirt you want and what size. If it's the skull one or the Name of Jesus one, just tell me which one it is, and then your size, and then or I'll have to reach out to you, or you can send me a personal message with your address, your size, and the T-shirt you want, and I'll send it to you when it gets here. I'll post it on Facebook page after the. Okay, cool. Yeah, no problem. You don't have to share it right now, because I'm gonna look through them tomorrow, and I may even go more than 5 people. You know me, man. But I want to encourage you guys to also support all those. To support. We've got some amazing bands on Rockfest. Relent's out touring right now, man. If you're in any of the, go to their page and look and see where they're at. A lot of the dudes are on here right now. Make sure you go and check them out. If you can, if you can make it to the show, they got two left. I think they're playing Lubbock tomorrow. I got to double check that. They'll put it in the comments. But they're also playing in their hometown of San Antonio, Texas. Make sure you check them out. Also, Amongst the Giants, it's been a while since they've done anything, and they just took a little time off to write some music, and Marco got married, and that kind of stuff. But they're back in the studio right now, and it's sick. So make sure you support Amongst the Giants as well. All the Rockfest bands, dude. Like the Letter Black has a new album out. Fireflight, their single is still on the charts. They're being they've you got the Letter Black and Relent, both that were nominated for the We Love Awards, I believe. And the Protest was nominated. So I think all three bands were nominated for the We Love Awards. And so, yeah, I mean, all those bands, I just want to encourage you, man. It's cool to, you know, get on their lives and that kind of stuff, but let people know about these bands. Like it's cool when you're on their live and you interact with the bands, they love it, it encourages them, but make sure you're letting people know about all of these artists. It really helps them. The Protest is back in the studio right now working on new music with Josiah from Disciples. So you got to make sure we had Josiah. We brought him on to do the Fireflight album when we signed Fireflight, and yeah, so much cool stuff. But make sure you're supporting all these bands. Hey, Justin Rourke, what's up? Bread for War, dude. How are you guys doing? Aren't y'all working on new music too? I thought you guys were working on some new music. Yeah, I'm going to put this up. There's Justin right there. Bread for War. Says make sure that you guys are checking these. Oh, this is real nice, man. Kevin from the CEO, the head dude over at New Release Today, just sent me a text saying happy release day. So he was on that live stream, man. That was cool. Yeah, this is awesome. Good stuff. Let's see what Bread for War is doing. Yeah, even bands that aren't on Rockfest. Obviously, I'm talking about the Rockfest bands, but we play with all these bands. These are all our colleagues. You know what I mean? Makes us sound more distinguished that when we call them colleagues. But these are all our partners in crime. In not really crime, but well, I think Bread for War, they commit crimes. I know they've at least 6 or 7 times they've gone over the speed limit in the past year, man, and they got busted. Yeah. No, I made that up. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they did go over the speed limit. Bread for War going in the studio in a couple months. Get it. Hopefully you'll be in North Carolina near Charlotte on the new tour. Hey, we hope so. Yeah, if you know a promoter, venue, doesn't matter whether if it's a church, theater, could be a club, doesn't matter. We're coming. The Death by Admiration tour coming, man, in April and May with Seventh Day Slumber, Decipher Down, Spoken, and Amongst the Giants. And all the bands have new music coming out. Isn't that crazy? All new music that you're going to get to hear perform live. It's nuts. So we're excited about that tour. Let any promoters that you know, they need to email Lori, Lori, Lori at NashvilleLabelGroup.com. That's Lori, Lori, at NashvilleLabelGroup.com. The Cipher Down was was there as well in 2005. I guess they're talking about an event, probably a City Rock Fest tour. I posted your CD on my page. Can't wait to hear you play it live. So yeah, so check this out. Here's another thing. We're also going on tour in like a week and a half.
Something like that.
We're going on tour in a week and a half. This is the recovery tour, and we have Matt Sassano, who's going to be the opening artist on that tour. So Matt Sassano, you guys make sure you go show that dude some love. His testimony is powerful, right? We just got off tour a couple of months back, and Matt did that whole tour, that whole run with us, and we played prisons. We were in the highways and byways. We played the hood. We played everywhere, the rich neighborhoods, poor neighborhoods, prisons, parks, theaters, schools, you name it. So anyway, we're going out in a week, and so it's right before the Death by Admiration tour, and it's called the Recovery Tour West Coast, and there are a ton of dates that are now up on Seventh Day Slumber. Like if you go to www.seventhDaySlumber.com, spelt out seventh, not the 7th, but spelt out www.seventhDaySlumber.com. Then all the dates are up there. Bands in town. Make sure you get your bands in town because we send out tons of like really cool blasts and stuff. How many of you have actually received a Bands in Town email from us? We usually send, like, people on Bands in Town know stuff early before anybody else because I'll send out an email like with links that has like links to dates or whatever, and so it'll go in your email as long as you follow it. Don't just like follow us on Bands in Town. Opt in to get messages from us. Brittany says she's received. Raven, hey, what's up, Raven? Raven's received messages from us from Bands in Town. So remember, don't sleep on Bands in Town. You guys gotta get your Bands in Town account. It's easy, it's free, and you can check out all the bands that are there, all your favorite bands. Just opt to follow them so you can see when they're coming in your area. But opt in to get messages too, and so anyway, but all the dates for the recovery tour West Coast are up there. We're coming, but we're not just going to the West Coast. We are going to California. We're going New Mexico, I believe, Arizona. We're going to Texas, Oklahoma. We're doing some Louisiana dates. We're, man, I don't even know where all the dates. You just have to go on there on our 7th Day Slumber events calendar too. Go there on 7th Day Slumber's Facebook events calendar, and you can see all the dates there too. Hey, our new album is out right now in most places, other than I think the West Coast. And so it's only 10:10 in the West Coast. Mountain Time, it's not out in Mountain Time either. But yeah, Louisiana, Cajun country. I know that's right. Death by Admiration playing on ChristianRock.net as you speak. Ooh, I know that's right. Big shout out to ChristianRock.net. Always showing us some love. Man, you know, the band's been around a long time, and we know that without you guys, new and old fans, you know, not old, but new and old, we know that you guys have supported us over the years, and you know, people like, you know, ChristianRock.net or sites like ChristianRock.net and Jesus Wired and Jesus Freak Hideout and New Release Today and ChristianBeat.org and HM Magazine. You know, we hadn't HM Magazine used to post about us all the time, and then I think they stopped posting for a while, but it was really cool to see that they said something about our new album. And but yeah, and there's so many other, I know I'm leaving people out. Shoot, even CCM Magazine, which is more Christian contemporary, has posted about Seventh Day Slumbers. So lately, big shout out to them as well. But But we got some really cool stuff happening too with new release today. So be checking that out. Let me see here. Ooh, getting some really good news about our record. So hey, do me a favor. Once again, we want to have a good, solid week, and I need all of those diehard Seventh Day Slumber familia to do this for me. When you think about it throughout the day about the record, stream it on repeat. We're gonna get this first week. We're gonna make a statement on this first week because it's also been added to a bunch of active rock, like not Christian, just active rock mainstream playlists on Spotify. It was really cool to be added to those. I'm going to be posting some of those on Apple Music. It was very cool. But anyway, and some really cool playlists on Amazon and Pandora. We got added to some of those. And then we have a few coming on Spotify. But anyway, listen, we want to make a statement and let them know, dude, that we're here. We're here. We ain't going nowhere. And once again, we are unapologetically Christian and in love with Jesus. So let's make that statement. So put it on repeat, stream it, whether it's Pandora, Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, Google Play. Is Google Play even a thing anymore? I think it is, right? Ask Siri to play Seventh Day Slumber's Death by Admiration. Not Siri. What's the other one? Alexa. If y'all have that. I don't have anything in my house that will just start playing when I say its name. Like, that weirds me out. So, Weston, do y'all have any of that stuff at your house?
My brother's house, like, he has his lights where he just, like, he can tell his house what to do, and it's scary. Like, I don't trust his house.
Dude, I don't like it. It's crazy because we know these phones are listening to us too. And I obviously know that because right now, if I were to talk about coffee, I would go on Facebook and it would, even when I turn it off, like, when you turn your mic off or whatever in the settings, it's still like there'll be coffee all through my
I said go-karting earlier today, and I have go-karting in my phone.
Dude, it's nuts, man.
Imagine your whole house doing that. That's weird. I don't like that. Technology, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, it weirds me out. Oh yeah, that exactly, Carol. So that's right. So Google Play went to YouTube. Yeah, man, it's crazy because logging into your YouTube account and everything, you have to do everything through Google now, and that's been for years now. But at the same time, it's a pain, man. Because I have like 3 or 4 different accounts, and it's just a pain. And there's people that are way more organized than me, and so it's really awesome for them. But for me, I just don't feel like I have a hard time logging in, and first world problems is really what it is. You should get on Cooper stuff and talk to him about the state of Christianity. Shoot, yeah, I love John, man. Great dude. I just wrote on their page we need to tour together again. It's been they brought us out on we were on the Collide tour. And it was us, Kids in the Way, and I forgot the opening act. But it was awesome, man. We to be direct support for Skillet, that's a big boost in your band's career. We had just released Caroline, and Caroline was doing well. The Shattered Life album, we had just released that album, and then Skillet reached out and said, "Hey, do y'all want to be direct support on this tour?" And we're like, "Yeah, dude." And man, it was really a big boost for the band. That was awesome. And we've been able to tour with them a couple of times on different tours, from Acquire the Fire to the Shoutfest tour, which is old school. You guys and Skillet are 2 of my 4 favorite bands of all time. Oh, Kyle, thank you. trying to look through some of these comments. What is this? Josh Taylor says, album is so dope. Thank you for releasing this tonight. I'm working overnight. I'm rocking out right now. Just had to come on here and say, oh, dude, thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah, the album is out now. So make sure you're streaming it, guys. And once again, I'm not trying to pander to you and just be like, like, hey, dude, we want to make money, so stream. We want to make a statement. I don't care if you ain't getting rich off Spotify. Let's just put it that way. So we're not trying to make money. We want to make a statement. I honestly believe that Christian rock is seeing a surge, and I know you guys see it too. Look at what's happening with rock in general. Rock music, they said, man, rock is dead. Rock is dead. Christian radio even stopped playing Christian rock. Regular radio started going to all pop and hip hop. And everybody was like, rock is dead. But there was one thing that wasn't dead, and God's not dead. No, there was one thing that wasn't dead, and that was the City Rock Fest tours. We started those when people started like ditching Christian rock music altogether. We started those City Rock Fest tours, and my wife and I had a vision for that, and we reached out to all of our band friends and everything, and we went out there and did that City Rock Fest tour. And that, I believe, man, it helped a lot of bands out, including Seventh Day Slumber, man, to still continue to be able to rock out and get the message of Jesus out. And that tour, really, I believe, it helped keep the industry going, and it paved the way for a lot of younger bands too that people had never heard of until they got on the City Rock Fest tour. But anyway, radio still was not going to play it, and things were happening in the industry, in the Christian rock industry, where it was almost like people were losing interest. And dude, I'm going to tell you right now, we're seeing a surge, like a really big surge. And in the Christian music, like Christian rock genre, I'm feeling like there is something big coming. And even like the older school bands too, like, bands that have been around for a long time are like making new records. And, we've been making records, but some of the bands that we loved and knew and loved, even some of the old Tooth and Nail bands that we used to, our label mates at the time, like kind of stopped for a while, and the band kind of wasn't doing anything. And now you're seeing all this excitement and bands putting out records and touring, and it's awesome. And so, anyway, I'm excited about it, but we want to make a statement. So make sure you're streaming this record on repeat, at least for the first week, and then don't get tired of it. Just stream it enough to where, we make a statement. And we're doing this together. Small Town America tour. Yeah, that was old school. We had a bunch of different people on that tour, from hip hop to rock to pop to worship. So I'll stream it all day, every day. My man, Nathan. Nathan, make sure you send me your size too, man, and your the size and your address. But send me a personal message, so it's not all over the World Wide Web for all your stalkers to come to your crib, bro. You don't want nobody coming to your crib, man. Anyway, guys, I love you, man. I love doing these lives. I haven't done them in a while, because we've been touring constantly, and when I get home, it's like all we want to do is chill, bro. Go karting, right, Weston?
Absolutely.
What kind of karting do you do, Weston?
Oh, nothing. Just something casual, just go-karting. I like the race.
You like the thrill of
I
it
like
all?
the thrill of it.
Ooh.
I like laughing children and their families.
Do you leave kids in the dust when you're karting?
Absolutely. There's no
What if the kid
mercy.
is 8 years old and you know that he's...
If you're on that track with me, it's game on. It's up to you.
Man.
Are you gonna step up? That's the question.
But what if the kid just needs encouragement and he's just like, man, and he's crying even,
There-
like, because he
there's
feels like everybody's
plenty-
passing him.
There's plenty of motivational videos on YouTube. To
Sesame Street?
help.
Sesame Street?
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, man.
There's someone that can help you with that.
Gosh. Man, I mean, I don't agree with you, but I respect the heck out of you, buddy. If you're out there karting and you're that excited and you're that pumped about it,
Yeah.
you know, little kid is just a casualty of karting.
You know.
I mean, I don't agree with it, but I can't hate you for it.
I don't make the rules.
Oh, Blaze said maybe the kid should get good.
The kids are good.
But you know what? This is how you make the kids good, right? Instead of handing out a trophy. No trophies getting handed here today.
Your participation award is experience.
What if they tried to give the kid the trophy when you actually won? Would you take it out of the kid's hand?
Absolutely. Snatch that thing. It's
Wow.
fine.
That is hardcore, man. You really take this karting seriously.
Absolutely.
Blaze says that it's a straight up trial by fire. Oh man, Blaze is my oldest son, and I think he takes karting seriously too.
Yeah.
It's not just drumming and producing music that he takes serious. Karting, apparently, he feels like there should be a trial by fire. Doesn't matter, kids. Is there an age limit though? Like, I mean, if he's 5, surely it's got to be over 5. Like, if 5 and over, no mercy, right? Or is it 5 and?
If God put you on this earth,
And your parents are crazy enough to put you in a cart at 5 or under?
then I'm not responsible.
Yeah, well,
And if you get latched, you're just left there with your emotions.
to deal with emotions in that cart.
I make it sound like I've done it like once or twice and I really liked it. So
Well, man,
I'm confident.
confident.
Or
Not
you
cocky,
you
you're
think-
confident.
You think I am anyway. That's the illusion. Yeah.
Blaze says, and I can vouch for this. Blaze says, I take everything seriously. I get my competitiveness from my mom. Oh, man. My wife, Lori, does not like to lose. Ooh. Boy, I'm going to tell you right now. She is not going to, she'll fight to the death. Yeah, she's not giving. Sage, come here and tell these people that. This is my youngest son, Sage. He's 15. Tell him about how if your mom was in that go-kart and some kid is on there, man, and she's not gonna wreck into him.
No, she won't hit him, but she's gonna make a statement for sure.
She's gonna make a statement.
She'll be driving. She'll just kind of swerve a little bit and make it close to it, but she's not gonna hit him fully.
And that's her own kids included.
Trust me, we're not safe either.
No one's safe around my wife Lori when she's got whether you're playing frisbee or doing go-kart racing.
See,
No one is safe.
Off the track, your family. On the track, you're a target.
He said yes.
Wow, man.
Don't play board games with her either. She starts to cheat.
On board
Cheat a little
games?
bit. She'll cheat. She doesn't cheat. She bends the rules, is what she says.
Ah, wow.
It's cheating.
That's cheating, man. We need to ask her, what would Jesus do? I think mommy would say that he would bend the rule. No, I'm just kidding. No. Man, mommy is competitive. I will say that. But she's also the love of my life. So, and, you know, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy, buddy. So, you know.
She
So,
cheats,
so
I'm not gonna be happy.
I let her
She
win.
cheats in the game.
I let her win. You
I
know.
won't.
Ooh.
I won't let her win.
I let her win, man, because
She's not like that.
She-
Not like that.
she won't let me win, but I'll let her win because man, I'm telling you, she's done too much for me, man, but the truth is, I don't have to let mommy win because she'll run me off the road in a golf cart. I mean, and a go-kart and a golf cart, both. It don't matter. And they're saying, "Get it, Lori." That's woman power right there. Look at all these people.
Man, I never said play dirty. You just gotta establish dominance upon everybody.
Win.
Yeah, establish dominance. You don't have to play dirty. There's two different things.
Hey Tamara, yeah, I remember you. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it says, "Hey Joe, hope you're doing okay. I don't know if you remember me, but I used to work at the truck stop in Franklin, but that was years ago. Now I live in Sparta up here near Cookville. How's it going? You doing all right?" I definitely remember you. We used to get our bus filled up with fuel. Now we have to sell off parts of our house in Joe Biden's America to fill up our bus. But fuel prices, man, have gone through the roof. Anyway, reminds me of a friend who I beat once at Mario Kart, so she never rented or bought the game again. Oh, man. Tamara's retired. Well, I hope you get to relax. Get out by a beach somewhere. Some beach somewhere. You know? Bro, kids are rebellious these days. From go-karting to throwing stuff at people. That's why I watch everything. Next album theme, Mercy or perhaps No Mercy. That's Weston. I have mercy on the little kids, man.
It's not my fault they're out there.
I have mercy on little kids. That's
I ain't like I'm hitting them. I'm just slapping them.
Man, he's just slapping. He's not saying slapping them, by the way. Some of you are like, Weston slaps little kids. That'll be like on the news tomorrow. Weston, guitar player for 7 Day Slumber, slaps children. Admits it on live. He laps children.
Yeah, fair, but they're just left to themselves.
Fair, but is it right?
That's between them and God.
Woo, No Mercy. I think that's what we're gonna name every song you write from here on out. I'm gonna just call it No Mercy. No Mercy Part 1, No Mercy Part 2. No. Well, guys, we love y'all, and we're gonna leave you on that note. No, y'all know we joke around a lot. We have a good time, and I want to say a big shout out to all the 7th Day Slumber familia, all of you that supported this record, and I also want to say a big shout out to my team, the 7th Day Slumber team. Ken, Blaze, Weston, Lori, Caden, Sage. We got the whole family involved. Tyler, big shout out. Kristen. Who else is in our bus? Chris, my nephew Chris. Man. Little C Note, that's right. Keno, we call him little baby C Note. That's Ken and Kristen's baby boy, my nephew. But I got to give a big shout out to that 7th Day Slumber team. They work so hard. My wife Lori puts in so many hours booking these tours, and she's our tour manager, and so I just, man, these guys and gals work extra hard, and so a big shout out to all these guys. Congratulations to the 7th Day Slumber team on the release of Death by Admiration, out right now. Remember, if you want to win one of the 5 shirts, not 5 shirts, one of the 2 shirts, we're going to pick 5 winners. Then share the post that's under this one that has our album cover. Share it. Make it your profile pic if you want. Tag us. Also on Instagram, share it. And I'm going to go look tomorrow and pick 5 winners, maybe more. And also tonight, while supplies last, because I don't know how much more we have, You get a 7-Day Slumber CD, a lyric book, and then there's a sticker that is somewhere. But you get all of that for $9.99. Or while supplies last, you get the T-shirt, bandana. So the T-shirt, the bandana, the sticker, the album, and the lyric book. I think for like, I don't know, like 20 something dollars. It's on the link on this post. Love you guys. I'm getting tired, so I'm just talking in circles. Keep God first, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're dealing with in your life. I don't care how big or how small it is. I promise you that God cares and He loves you and He will never leave you. I don't care what anybody tells you. All the naysayers and maybe those that have been, you know, that have been negative in your life. I'm telling you right now, and maybe you've had people leave you. God is not going to leave you. He never will, and His arms are open wide for you. So don't give up. I know some of you are struggling with some pretty tough stuff. We've seen your messages, and I've gotten many of your personal messages and stuff, and I've prayed for many of you. But I want you to know that even though you're dealing with the things you're dealing with, that we haven't forgot about you, that God hasn't forgot about you, and we're going to see you on tour. Make sure that you come out on this recovery tour with us and Matt Sassano, and then right after that, and that'll be more worship and rock. We're doing 50-50 on that tour, 50% rock, 50% worship, stuff from the new album and some old albums, and then from our 2 worship albums. And then on the Death by Admiration tour, it's all rock. That one we're playing like almost our whole Death by Admiration album. Decipher Down's going to get a full, like almost an hour set. Spoken's going to get a long set. So you get to hear all the bands amongst the Giants playing their new stuff. So anyway, yeah, well, talk to you guys later. God bless you. Thank you for streaming our music and showing us love.